Moving on to the next paragraph. I stuck at the water as I went down, expanding my strength as one in the nightmare frights. I was so much frightened, as if it was a nightmare. It was a dangerous dream, an irresistible force. I had lost all my breath. I was becoming unconscious. My lungs choked because of water. My head throbbed. I was feeling like somebody is hammering inside my head, something beating inside my head. I was getting dizzy. Dizzy is known unconscious. But I remembered the strategy. Which strategy? Just I told you that when I touch, my feet will touch the bottom. I will jump up, spring up like a cock with all my strength, and come to the surface and then come out of the water. That was the strategy which we are to keep in mind. I would spring from the bottom of the pool and come like a cock to the surface. I would lie flat on the water, strike out with my arms, thrash the water with my legs. You know how the swimming is. We need to thrash the water backward when we move forward with our arms and legs and all that. Then I would get to the edge of the pool and be safe. That was the planning. I'm going to underline it for you again. This was the strategy which he was to keep in mind. Right from this I to this word be safe, I went down, down endlessly. Now I was feeling, I opened my eyes, nothing but water with a yellow glow. It was only the water all around, dark water which one cannot see through. Nobody is able to see through that water, and then sheer, very strong, stark, very hard terror seized me, catch hold of me, terror that knows no understanding. It was not trying to understand my feeling. Terror that knows no control. It was difficult to control that terror. Terror that no one can understand who has not experienced it. If you are not experienced it, you can't understand the feeling of this terror. How I felt at that moment. Not understood how one can understand that terror. I was shrieking underwater. I was crying, shouting helplessly for help. I was paralyzed underwater. Body has become rigid, hard, stiff, not moving because of fear. Even the screams in my throat were frozen. But I felt I was trying to speak out. I was trying to cry. I could not. Sound was not coming out of my throat, only my heart and the pounding in my head, some beating in my head said that I was still alive. It was the only sign. Heart was beating and some throbbing like somebody is hammering, using a hammer in my head. It was a sign that I am still alive. And then, in the midst of the terror, came a touch of reason. Again, I thought something. I must remember to jump. Again, that strategy which I had planned, I am to remember that. The strategy to jump up when I'll hit the bottom. At last, I felt the tiles under me. I felt my feet touch those tiles, the bottom. My toes reach out as if to grab, to catch hold of something. I jumped with everything I had. The strength which I had left, I jumped with that, but the jump made no difference because this was the third time and the body was becoming helpless now, but it was useless. The water was still around me. I looked for ropes, ladders, water wing. These are all the helps, all the supports which we use when we go for the swimming. Nothing but water. I couldn't find anything. I couldn't hold on anything. Everywhere there was the water only. A mass of yellow water hold me. Stark, hard terror took an even deeper hold on me. I was in the tight clutches of the terror like a great charge of electricity. I shook and trembled with fright. I was trembling. I was shaking myself. My arms wouldn't move. Body was not moving at all. My legs would not move. I tried to call for help, to call the mother. Nothing happened. Nobody was there to support me, to help me in this time. And then strangely there was light. I don't know how it happened. I was coming out of the awful yellow water, that dangerous, awful, yellow water. At least my eyes were out of the water. I was able to see outside. My nose was almost out too. Now I was able to breathe in. Then I started down a third time. Immediately, my body again fell down into the water. I stuck for an air. I sucked for an air and got water. When I opened my mouth to get air, to breathe, I got only water. That yellowish light was going out. Everything was fading now. Then all effort ceased. Now he was totally helpless. I relaxed. It was better to leave oneself to the will of God. I lost all efforts. I left even all efforts. Even my legs felt limp, like the dead weights. A blackness swept over my brain. Now the brain was also not working because the lungs were choked and he was not getting any oxygen. The brain also stopped working. It was not doing any work, stopped working. I wiped out it, wiped out the fear. Now there was no fear, it wiped out the terror. There was no stark terror, hard fear was there. There was no more panic. All of a sudden I have become relaxed because I have seen the death. It was quiet and peaceful, nothing to be afraid of. This is nice to be drowsy, to be unconscious, to feel sleepy, like to go to sleep. No need to jump because our body has no strength to jump now. Too tired to jump. He was so helpless. Body was so tired, so broken. He was not able to jump even. He was not able to think of jumping. It's nice to be carried gently, to be carried by somebody. He was very close to death. Somebody was taking him towards that heavenly abode. He was feeling quiet to float along in space as if he was moving in the air. Tender arms around me. It was arms of God, you can say. Tender arms were around me. Tender arms like mothers. Now I must go to sleep. As a child becomes sleepy, drowsy, helpless in the arms of the mother, so was the condition of Douglas. I crossed that oblivion, that forgetfulness. I crossed that, and the curtain of the life fell. Now I thought I was not able to see anything. I was forgetful, and then everything was finished. Life has come to an end. The next I remember, I was lying on my stomach. That means he totally became unconscious now. When he was taken out of that YMCA pool, when he came to senses, he was lying on the stomach beside the pool, vomiting because there was water in his body. So he was vomiting, and people were trying to help him out of that. They were trying to remove the water from the body. The chap that threw me in the sieve, it was saying, now you remember, a boy of 18 or 19 years old, just throw him in the water. It was just out of sake of fun, you can say. He was saying, but I was only fooling, I was making fun of you. Someone said, the kid was nearly died. It was a fun for you, but the boy was going to lose his life. Be all right now. Let us carry him to the locker room. He went to the locker room where he changed his dress. Several hours later, I walked home. He came back home in the evening. I was weak and trembling. Even the legs were very weak. He was trembling. Legs were shaking. He was not able to move. I shook and cried when I lay on the bed. Every part of the body was in pain. I couldn't eat that night because of so much water in the body. He was having some infection. He was not able to eat for days. A haunting fear was in the heart. He was not able to forget that moment. The slightest exertion upset me. He was so disturbed mentally. If he used to do some work, some physical work, the slightest exertion, the smallest work upset him, making me wobbly. Wobbly is called, the knees have become very weak. It created sound, crack crack in the knees, and sick to my stomach. He was having some infection in the stomach. I never went back to the pool. Right from that day, I decided not to go back to the pool. I feared water. I avoided it whenever I could. I could try to avoid to going to the water, but that was not the fact. A few years later, when I came to know the waters of cascades, the small showers, I wanted to get into them waterfalls. And whenever I was reading the Titan, these are just difficult names of the places in the foreign countries, the rivers and all that. You need not to bother about that. Just understand that he tried himself at so many places, or bumping river, or bathing in warm lake at the got rocks. And the terror that had seized me in the pool, the same old terror would come back. It would take possession. It was hold on me completely. My legs would again become paralyzed. With the terror only, with that fear, icy horror would grab my heart. The terror that the icy hands would grab my hands. This handicap stayed with me as years rolled by. So many years were passing by. I felt myself handicapped. We will start this paragraph in the next video.